The fire is almost out. It's maybe 2 in the morning. Nobody has a word for 2 in the morning yet. A woman is lying on her side in the dark. Her group is around her. 7, maybe 8 people, breathing slowly. The air smells like smoke and dried grass. Something moved at the edge of the trees. She heard it. She is not asleep. She was never fully asleep. Not the way you think of sleep. Not the kind where you go under and you're just gone until morning. That's not what she's doing. That's not what any of them are doing. She is doing something we lost so completely that we built a whole medical industry trying to find it again. Here's what you've been told about sleep. 8 hours, straight through, uninterrupted. Anything less is a deficit, a failure, a problem to fix. Researchers Jerome Siegel and his team at UCLA studied that assumption. In 2015, they published something that quietly broke the entire framework. They looked at 3 groups of hunter-gatherers, people still living close to the conditions we evolved in. The Hadza in Tanzania, the San in Namibia, the Tsimane in Bolivia. What they found was not what anyone expected. These groups did not sleep 8 hours. They slept about 6.5, sometimes less. They did not follow strict bedtimes. They went to sleep when the temperature dropped. They woke with the temperature rise before dawn, and almost none of them complained about insomnia. Hunter-gatherer populations sleeping 6 hours, no mattress, no blackout curtains, wild animals within earshot, 0 insomnia. Meanwhile, roughly 1 in 3 adults in the industrialized world can't sleep properly. We have everything those people didn't have, and we can't do the thing our bodies have been doing for 300,000 years. Something is wrong, and it's not us. It's what we think sleep is supposed to be. Though, back to that woman by the dying fire. She didn't fall asleep and wake up. She cycled. Sleep researchers call it biphasic sleep. 2 segments, separated by a period of wakefulness. But in prehistoric life, it wasn't a disorder. It wasn't something to treat. It was the design. Historian A. Roger Eckhart spent 16 years documenting this. His 2001 research showed that before artificial lighting, humans across cultures referenced first sleep and second sleep as completely normal. You'd go down at dark, sleep 3 or 4 hours, wake for an hour or 2, go back under until just before dawn. That waking period in the middle of the night, it wasn't insomnia, it was functional. The fire needed tending. Someone had to listen. Predators don't schedule their movements around your REM cycle. Anthropologist David Sampson calls this sentinel theory. Not everyone in the group slept at once. Someone was always in the lighter stage, closer to the surface, easier to rouse. In a group of 7 sleeping humans, there were almost always 1 or 2 people in shallow sleep at any given moment. Not on purpose, just by biological variation. The group was its own alarm system, distributed, passive, always running. Siegel's research on the Hadza confirmed this. In a group of 20 sleeping people, there was only about 18 minutes when everyone was in deep sleep simultaneously. 18 minutes. The rest of the time, someone was listening. That's not a coincidence. That's an adaptation so elegant, it looks like it couldn't have been designed. It wasn't designed. It was selected. The groups where someone was always listening lived. The groups where everyone went completely under at once, the bone record doesn't lie. This pattern shows up everywhere ancient humans lived. The Yanomami in the Amazon sleep in hammocks and open-air structures. They drift in and out all night, no clear on-off switch. Medieval European texts describe people lying awake between their 2 sleeps, talking, praying, having sex, thinking. The waking period had its own cultural meaning. People expected it. The Latin phrase prima somnus, first sleep, appears in Virgil. Livy uses it. Chaucer references it. This was ordinary language for something everyone knew. Then, gaslighting came. Then, electric light. Then the idea that sleep was supposed to be one long, unbroken block, because factories needed you alert and on time. The 2-sleep system didn't die because it failed. It died because it got in the way of industrial schedules. And the waking period in the middle of the night, the thing people once described as natural and even pleasant, we renamed it. We called it insomnia. Psychiatrist Thomas Ware ran a study in the 1990s. He took people off artificial light for a month. He gave them 14 hours of darkness per day. Within weeks, almost everyone shifted. First sleep, waking period, second sleep. Without being told, without trying, their bodies just remembered. During that waking period, Ware measured their prolactin levels. Prolactin is a hormone associated with calm, with a kind of meditative stillness. It spiked during the waking interval. People described it as a state of peaceful alertness unlike anything they felt during the day. That feeling has a name in some contemplative traditions, but in the evolutionary record, it has a job. It is the gap between danger and rest. Consciousness keeping watch so the body can finish recovering. Now here's the part that changes everything. Ancient humans didn't just sleep differently. They slept with tools. Fire was not just for warmth and cooking. Fire was the original sleep technology. Jerome Siegel's team found that all 3 hunter-gatherer groups they studied used fire or went to sleep as temperature dropped after sunset. They woke as it rose before dawn. Temperature, not light, was the primary signal. Fire held the temperature steady through the coldest part of the night. It held predators back. It compressed the danger zone. A human sleeping near a fire was sleeping with a buffer. Not a guarantee. A buffer. And the people who tended fire? They weren't just doing a chore. They were extending the group's sleep window. They were buying time for everyone else to go deeper. That's a job, a real one, with real consequences for everyone in the group. Sleep wasn't private. Sleep was a collective act. Think about what that means. The most vulnerable state a human can be in. Unconscious, unmoving, unable to defend themselves. And ancient humans solved it socially. Not with stronger bodies. Not with better claws. With each other. You've probably had a night where you woke up at 2 or 3 in the morning, couldn't get back to sleep, stared at the ceiling for an hour, mind running, felt like something was wrong with you. It isn't. You were running a subroutine, 300,000 years old. Your body was doing exactly what it was built to do in the gap between first and second sleep. The calm, the watchfulness, the stillness that felt almost meditative. You just had no fire to tend, no reason to be awake, no framework that told you this was supposed to happen. So you panicked, and the panic made it worse. That is the entire story of modern insomnia for a huge percentage of sufferers. Not a broken brain, not a medical emergency, a biological system running correctly inside the wrong context. There's something else too. That instinct to check on people when you wake, to be aware of who's in the room with you before you're fully conscious. You still do it. Almost everyone does. Researchers studying couples and families found that people in shared sleep environments cycle through lighter and deeper sleep in loose synchrony with each other, as if they're still coordinating something, as if the group is still listening. It's strange to think about, but it makes complete sense. You are not a person who sleeps alone. You are a species that evolved to sleep together. The sleeping alone thing is extremely recent. If you zoom out far enough, back to that woman by the dying fire, the thing at the tree line moved again. One of the others shifted. Their eyes opened, not in alarm, just in that shallow, watchful state, the prolactin state. Awake enough to listen, calm enough to still be resting. She felt it, felt the group was covered. She went back under. 2 hours later, the temperature changed. The group stirred. She was already awake. She had slept maybe 6 hours total, in 2 pieces, with a gap in the middle, where she lay in the dark and listened to the night. And she was fine. She was more than fine. She was doing exactly what her body was designed to do, in exactly the environment it was designed to do it in, with exactly the people it needed around her, to do it safely. We built walls, we built beds, we built electric light and alarm clocks, and sleep tracking apps, and an entire pharmaceutical industry. And somehow, in doing all of that, we lost the context that made sleep work. Not the sleep itself, just the context, the fire, the group, the gap in the middle of the night where you were supposed to lie still and listen, knowing someone else was listening too. You still have the hardware. Every single piece of it is still there. You're just running it in a room with the lights off and no one listening with you. And sometimes, at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, in that strange calm state you don't have a word for, you're doing exactly what she did. You just don't know it yet.